do you remember what I said about being flexible where you can? Sometimes we can apply that across what I call the mathematical formula, how much our trip is going to cost, whether that be points or cash. Dates plus destinations plus honestly the size of your airport, because that counts, equals how much we're going to pay. So if you can change any of those variables in that equation, you can change your bottom line. You can change your ability to take the trip. So instead of, we've already planned, we're going to Paris and our dates are July 14th through the 21st. If you switch to, I want to experience Europe sometime in July, even better would be Europe sometime in the summer, then you are going to have all this opening up with your destinations, your dates, what airlines are flying, your routing. All of that changes. So even just looking into different airports can dramatically change the equation. So basically, your travel equation always has these variables in them: your dates, your destination, the airport you're leaving out of, and that's going to equal your success or how much you're going to pay and or spend on your points. Guys, these are not siloed into cash strategies. A lot of times we talk about this just in cash. The exact same mindset comes to play with your points redemptions. Exact same mindset. Because a lot of times we can get a better points redemption to somewhere else than what we were dreaming of. Do points save us a lot of times when it's, I really, really, really want to go to Machu Picchu and it's on my bucket list and I don't want to give up that dream? Yes. You give Stephanie and Tom enough leeway, a year in advance, we can get you there. That's the beauty of points. But the people that are flexing their JGoot muscle sincerely, that are living in this travel abundance mindset that I preach about, they are flexible to some extent on every trip that they plan.
That's the core. That's the foundation. And the more, Katie, I think you said this, the more flexible you can be, the more opportunity you have. On those trips where you can't be completely flexible, you can still take advantage of whatever flexibility you do have. All's not lost. You don't have to throw up your hands and say, well, this JGoot thing just isn't going to work for me. Take advantage of what you can, because there's usually still something there.
Yep,
Very rarely does it have to be that rigid that we're trying to leave on Thursday after 8 p.m.
Absolutely. And I mean, we teach a lot of this. There's a lot of stuff, dig down into the vault on positioning flights and learning how to, the Hail Mary plays, we call them. Those sorts of things are just super useful, but we really apply those more broadly as a mindset. And that is, let me just flex where I can flex and see how it affects my bottom line.
And until you have that mindset, all the strategy in the world doesn't help you. It's not going to move the needle because you're so committed to the way you've always done it.
Absolutely. And some of this, guys, is confidence, self-confidence. So if you're a person, because like I said, I think it's important that we acknowledge where we need to work on. If you're someone who doesn't have a lot of confidence in this yet, there's some people that don't know nothing about nothing and they're still confident that they can do it, right? If you're lacking that sort of confidence, then that's going to be harder for you. You're going to be more led into analysis paralysis, right? Worrying about perfect timing, making sure you've got enough points. Is this the perfect deal? Would Joel approve? It doesn't have to be perfect. Perfect rarely exists. So if you hold yourself to that really high standard, you're also someone that can have a struggle with this. I think the successful JGoot traveler starts off with a willingness to learn, a willingness to dive deep, and a willingness to experiment, which sometimes might mean crashing and burning a little bit, just a little bit, Please don't go and crash and burn with 250,000 points, your entire stash, right? We want you to be a little more prudent than that. But just to say, we are a continuum of attitudes, mindsets. We are a product of the life that built us, right? So try, as I'm talking to you today, make a list of the things that you're pushing back against. I think that's important. There will be some things that you've got that little devil on your shoulder going, this ain't for me, that not this, I can't do that, that is not me. But you have to get a little bit of momentum. You kind of have to rip the Band-Aid off. You have to be willing to fail, or at least be slightly uncomfortable to make some progress. And I think that's scary for a lot of people. So yeah, action creates momentum, guys. it will become easier. That's the other promise I can make you. The longer you stay in this JGOOT universe, the easier thinking like this becomes, the easier actually pulling the trigger on these trips become.
I think we're gonna do that. We've still got time. But before we end, I want to challenge everybody who's tuning in to share what your action is. If we talk about action creates momentum, what's that one step? Katie can't hold all of us accountable today, but you call it out publicly and hold yourself accountable to it to do whatever that step is between now and next week. Sometimes half the battle is just taking that one single simple step, because like you said, Katie, that single action creates that momentum. It gets you moving forward.
It truly does. And it will make you feel so much better about your ability to follow through on some of the more technically difficult things. Once the mindset's in place, once you have a little bit of confidence that, hey, I really can do this, then those sort of technical parts like linking your Rakuten and picking which card you're going to use and transferring points and understanding the transfer partner matrix and seats.arrow, all of those things become easier because you have that self-confidence that you can do this. And if you wait, rarely do things improve by waiting in life. You know, do we sometimes have to wait for a particular opportunity? Of course. I mean, life is shades of gray, but if you're not willing to jump on something, you're going to find award space going away. We had somebody in our family live stream today that tickets almost doubled in price because she didn't pull the trigger on a cash deal. Transfer bonuses will run out. That happened to me recently. I was planning on using one and didn't get around to it. And you get in this analysis paralysis thing and it doesn't feel good. It's like, I've got too much information. You don't have that self-confidence to trust yourself to make a decision. And that feels bad. But this open-mindedness and this willing to be out of your comfort zone a little bit, an experimenting mindset will really, really help you.